Hey guys, what is up? Durango here. Today, as you can see, we're going over a game right now. This game is new, recently to Mineplex. What the game really is, well, what it's about is you're set in this arena, as you can see here, and you pretty much just fight to the death. So, during this video, we're going to go over all the things that you need to know before we start into playing the game. And, So as you can see here, just the whole arena, and this is the only map right now because the game is still in beta, but I thought maybe I could provide an insight on the game, on how the game should be played, and how you can play the game, and I'll just give you an extra jump start into the game so you know how to, I guess, fight your way through the challenges that are provided in this game. So, first off, we're going to start into the game, and for this we are going to need to know each of the classes' I guess stances and what they're made for and how to use them. So let's get started into that, and then we can start into the game. So first we're going to start into the wizard, and the wizard just is the basic one that you usually start out with, and next would be the scholar. The scholar is the second kit, and you start off with an extra wand, which I guess would be handy for if you really wanted to be able to load up your wands quickly and get started into the game more quick-like. There's no real special ability for it, you just get an extra wand. So now we're looking at the hermit. The hermit, it has the ability where you get a random spell. So while that could be useful, it could also work against you. So let's say you want like a more powerful spell, you could end up with any spell actually. So you could end up with heal or lance or just anything. And we'll go over the spells later and explain what spells I know and their abilities. So moving from the hermit, we're going to move over to the mystic. Mystic has the ability to raise your mana regeneration by 20%, which is very good because then you can use spells more often after the cooldown is gone and without using up a lot of mana, because you're using up a lot of mana, but in the end you're getting it all back very, very quickly. So, this next one is the Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor is the very last one that you're going to get, well, that you can get to, and that is, its ability is to add it brings you to 150% mana, so you have, that extra little bump, and though you have the same regeneration and same powers, it just gives you an extra bump of mana. Alright, so now let's get into the fun part. So, right here, as you can see, we have 3 different wands right there, and 2 empty wand slots. So when you start, you're going to be running, and of course you're going to want to try to collect as much stuff as you can. At this point, you want to be able to try to get the advantage over the other players by looking in chests, getting food, weapons, well, I guess not weapons because you already have your weapons, but food, weapons, and just armor. So, as you can see, I have picked up another wand already, and that's one of the other things that you can get from chests. Not only can you get the spell books, but you can also get wands. So, with wands, if you right-click, then you can open up the menu, and as you can see here, and those are all of your spells right in there. The most basic one that you can get would be Magic Missile, which is just a missile that will follow people around for so long, and then when it makes contact, it'll hurt them. It doesn't do any significant damage, just, enough to maybe do damage to them and hurt them. So Fireball, which I'm about to use right here, is an explosive spell that sends a fireball launching towards somebody, and it will usually kill them after maybe 3 hits. And as you collect more spells, you'll see me collecting spells throughout this whole game. And as you collect the spells, you will get more and more, I guess, points added onto them, which they will add. It'll add a bit more cool down time, but it ultimately will increase the damage that happens. And so, like, if you get Fireball level 1, let's say you hit somebody with it, it'll probably bring them down maybe 2 or 3 hearts, and then level 2 will take them down just a bit more, and level 3 will bring them down a bit more than that. So, at that point, with the level 3, that is the highest you can go with the Fireball, and that'll be the maximum damage you can do. Another great thing about Fireball is it does knockback and damage at the same time. So we move on to these other spells like Implode. So Implode, it is another explosive spell where when you use it, it will send a stream of fire. A lot of the time you'll be able to see it, but sometimes you won't, and it just destroys the thing in whatever is in its path. It not all the time will it do 100% damage, especially um, during its first phase. It'll probably do about 50%, and at that point, you'll have a super long cooldown time. Especially now when um, the game is still in its beta and there's still some glitches going on with um, cooldown time. So sometimes, if you will be using a spell, you get like that one cooldown will move on to the other one if you hurry and quickly move over to another one, which is annoying. But what are you gonna do? You know, yeah. But other than that, it's just a really simple game, and you just try to use different combinations of your spell and like different spells and try to get kill implode's my favorite spell of all of them, and it just explodes everything that's in its path. It doesn't necessarily do any damage, but it's just more fall damage than anything. So and then heal, when you use that, it'll bring back so many hearts depending on its level, and that's another fun one. There's a few other ones like Rainbow Beam, which is it's pretty much like a sniper almost. So when you use it, you're just gonna like you shoot people with it pretty much, and it does significant damage as the levels gain higher and higher. So I really think this game is a really fun game. Um, I don't really have much more to say about it. I just really hope that everyone else likes it as much as I do. It's a more of a difficult game, just kind of like a medium difficulty. But you know, it's not very hard to figure out. You just gotta know some tactics and when to avoid and when to attack. So I really hope this game gets integrated into the server for all the other players to play. But other than that, I hope this video was really helpful to those who are just starting off, and if you have any more suggestions on what I should do, just leave it in the comments below. And thanks. See you later, guys.